Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about something that once understood and implemented has the power to transform your life, creating a success-oriented mindset. Now, success is not something that simply happens by accident. It's the result of a particular way of thinking, a specific approach to life that guides every action and every decision you make. There are 5 key steps to develop a mindset that attracts success, and I'll share them with you today. But remember this, success is not a destination, it's a way of thinking. Let's dive in. The first step is simple yet powerful. You have to decide what you truly want in life. Now, you may think you already know, but I'm talking about clarity here. What is it that excites you? What makes you feel alive? What would make your heart sing with joy every single day? You see, when you lack clarity, you become like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly drifting. But once you make a clear decision, you set a course. And that decision alone will begin to shape the direction of your life. The second step is about commitment. Not just commitment to your goals, but commitment to your personal growth. Success doesn't come from knowing a few things. It comes from being willing to learn more than you've ever known. You must commit to becoming better every single day. Read books, listen to mentors, attend seminars, and constantly seek ways to improve your skills and mindset. The more you grow, the more success will naturally follow. Growth is the key that unlocks potential, and without it, success is just a dream. The third step is to develop positive habits. You see, success is built on small, consistent actions. It's not about big, dramatic changes. It's about the little things you do every day that add up over time. The key to success is not in making giant leaps, but in taking small, deliberate steps in the right direction. If you commit to small habits like reading daily, exercising, or working on your skills, over time, those actions will compound and you'll see results beyond your imagination. The fourth step is critical. You must surround yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn used to say, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you want to be successful, spend your time with successful, positive, and driven individuals. Success isn't achieved in isolation. It's influenced by the people you associate with, their attitudes, their mindset, and their habits. You must choose your circle wisely. Make sure you're surrounded by those who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you accountable. The fifth step is all about action. You can have the best goals, the best plans, and the most positive mindset, but without action, they are meaningless. You must take consistent, intentional action toward your goals every single day. It's easy to get stuck in the planning phase or get overwhelmed by the big picture. But remember, success is the result of small steps taken consistently. So, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Take action now and adjust as you go. Action will lead you closer to your goal every day. Perhaps the most important is persistence. Success rarely happens overnight. It's a journey, not a destination. Along the way, you'll face obstacles, setbacks, and failures. But those challenges are part of the process. When you hit a roadblock, you don't stop. You get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Resilience is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. If you remain persistent and resilient, success is inevitable. The first step to creating a success-oriented mindset is this: decide what you want. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But I'll tell you, most people go through life without ever really sitting down and thinking clearly about what they truly want. They drift. They get caught up in the daily grind, responding to whatever comes their way without ever taking the time to intentionally decide what they really want out of life. And think of what matters the most to them once they do that. You see, life doesn't happen by accident. Your results are not random. Your success, or lack of it, is a direct reflection of the decisions you make. And it all starts with making a clear decision about what you want to achieve, what you want to become, and what kind of life you want to live. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know exactly what you want? I'm not talking about vague ideas or general dreams. I'm talking about crystal clear, specific goals. If you were to look at your life 5, 10, 20 years down the road, what would you see? What would you be doing? What would you have accomplished? You see, the world rewards clarity. When you get clear on what you want, the universe begins to align itself to help you get there. Opportunities, people, and circumstances will begin to appear. But it all starts with your decision to take control and decide what you truly want. But here's the catch. Deciding what you want isn't just about picking a goal or choosing a direction. It's about being specific and being real with yourself. You need to define exactly what success looks like for you. Not for your friends, not for society, not for anyone else. What does success look like for you? If you don't define it, someone else will define it for you. You've got to make that decision with conviction. When you make a clear decision, something changes in your mind. The path ahead becomes less blurry, the obstacles seem smaller, and you begin to see opportunities where before you saw only problems. You're no longer wandering aimlessly through life. You're driving with purpose, with a clear vision of where you're going. So, I encourage you to take a step back and ask yourself this: what do I want? What do I really want? Not what I think I can get, or what seems realistic according to others. What do I desire at the deepest level? What will truly light me up and make me feel like I'm living my purpose? When you make that decision, and when you become unwavering in your commitment to it, your whole life will change. You'll be amazed at how the world responds to someone who knows exactly what they want. When you make a clear decision, the universe can't help but support you. But here's the real key. Once you decide, don't second guess yourself. Don't allow doubts or fears to creep in. Once you've chosen your goal, your vision, embrace it fully. Declare it to yourself, believe it with all your heart, and let nothing sway you from it. In the end, success is all about making a decision. It's about getting clear on what you want and then going after it with everything you've got. That's the foundation upon which your success will be built. The second step to creating a success-oriented mindset is this: commit to personal growth. Now, if you really think about it, life is all about growth. You either grow or you stagnate. There's no such thing as standing still. And here's the thing about success. It's not a destination. It's a process. It's a result of the person you're becoming, not just the things you're achieving. If you want to achieve big things, you've got to first become someone who can handle those big things. You need to elevate your mindset, your skills, and your abilities to match the life you want to create. That means you have to commit to your growth, not just for a day or a week or a month, but for the rest of your life. Here's the hard truth. If you want extraordinary results, you've got to be willing to do the extraordinary work on yourself. You cannot expect to live a life that exceeds your current level of thinking and acting without improving the person you are every single day. You've got to develop the habits, the mindset, and the character of someone who is already living that life. The beauty of personal growth is that it's not limited by age, education, or circumstance. No matter where you are in life right now, there is always room to grow. And the best part is, growth isn't something that happens to you, it's something you take control of. It's up to you to decide how much you'll learn, how much you'll improve, and how far you're willing to go. But here's the thing. When you commit to growth, you start seeing results that are beyond what you could ever imagine. Think about this. Every successful person, every great achiever started with a commitment to growth. They didn't wait for success to come to them. They actively went out and grew into the person they needed to be. And they did it consistently, day after day. It wasn't about finding shortcuts or avoiding challenges. It was about facing every challenge as an opportunity to become better. Now, personal growth is more than just reading books or attending seminars. That's part of it, but it goes deeper than that. It's about changing how you think. It's about reprogramming your mind to believe that success is not only possible, but that it's inevitable. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, facing your fears, and doing the things that most people shy away from. It's about pushing yourself to be more disciplined, more focused, and more persistent than ever before. Growth also means embracing failure. Failure isn't something to be avoided, it's something to be learned from. When you fail, you don't quit. You analyze, you learn, you grow. Every failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. The most successful people have failed more times than they can count. But what sets them apart is their ability to use those failures to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Personal growth also requires humility. It's about recognizing that you don't have all the answers, that you haven't arrived yet, and that there's always something new to learn, whether you're learning from a mentor, a book, or even your own mistakes. The key is to always be open to growing, to evolving, and to becoming better. The good news is, growth is a choice. You get to decide every single day how much you're going to grow. You get to choose what you invest your time in. Whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, building better habits, or simply becoming more disciplined in your daily routine. The more you commit to growth, the more you'll see the results of your efforts reflected in your life. And understand this, your growth is not just for you. The person you become in the process of growing will have a ripple effect on everyone around you. As you get better, your relationships improve. As you grow, your career and your finances grow. As you develop, you start to inspire and elevate others. Growth is not only a personal journey, it's a gift to those you come into contact with. The more you invest in yourself, the more value you can offer to the world. So, make the decision right now. Commit to growth. Commit to being better tomorrow than you are today. Commit to learning, to improving, and to becoming the person who is ready to handle the success you're working toward. When you make that commitment, you'll unlock a world of possibilities. And when you truly commit to personal growth, success will follow you wherever you go. The third step to creating a success-oriented mindset is to develop positive habits. You see, the person you are today is the sum of the habits you've developed over time. Every decision you make, every action you take is shaped by the habits you've formed. And the truth is, success is not achieved by a single dramatic moment or breakthrough. It's the result of the small, consistent actions you take every day over time. Think about it for a moment. If you want to become a healthier person, you don't need to make one grand gesture. You need to develop the habit of eating well, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. If you want to be more productive, you don't need to rely on inspiration or motivation alone. You need to develop the habit of managing your time effectively, staying focused on your priorities, and eliminating distractions. Success in every area of life is built on these small, everyday habits. But building positive habits isn't just about work. You've got to take a holistic approach. If you want to have success in your relationships, you need to develop the habit of listening, showing kindness, and being present with the people you care about. If you want financial success, you need to develop the habit of saving, budgeting, and being mindful of how you spend your money. The good news is that habits can be developed and they can be changed. It's not about trying to make huge changes overnight. It's about making small improvements consistently. Start with one habit. Just one thing. Pick something you know will have a positive impact on your life and focus on building that habit. Once you've mastered one, move on to the next. Over time, you'll have a powerful collection of positive habits that will push you toward your goals without you even having to think about it. But here's the key. Habits take time to form. It's easy to get excited and motivated at first, but the true test comes when the initial excitement fades. The people who succeed are the ones who keep going, even when they don't feel like it. Success isn't about waiting for the right mood or waiting for perfect circumstances. It's about doing what you need to do every day, regardless of how you feel. It's about creating a routine that becomes so ingrained in your life that it becomes second nature. And don't underestimate the power of small habits. The little things you do every day compound over time. A small effort done consistently leads to massive results. It's like planting a seed. At first you don't see much happening, but over time that seed grows into something powerful and substantial. The results of your good habits will not always be immediate, but trust me, they will come. If you stick with it, your habits will transform your life in ways you can't even imagine right now. It's also important to eliminate the negative habits that are holding you back. What are the habits that are working against your success? What are the things you do that drain your energy, waste your time, or pull you away from your goals? Whether it's procrastination, negativity, or unhealthy behaviors, those habits need to be replaced with ones that serve you. Identify them, confront them, and make the choice to let them go. The best part is, as you develop positive habits, your mindset will shift. Your new habits will start to feel natural. And the more they become ingrained in your daily routine, the easier it will be to stay on track. You'll feel a sense of pride and confidence as you see the progress you've made, and that positive momentum will carry you forward. So, wait for motivation to strike. Create your own motivation by developing the habits that will drive your success. Commit to making positive habits a central part of your life, and watch how your results will multiply. Remember, success doesn't happen by accident. It's built one habit at a time. when you choose to develop the right habits. The next step in creating a success-oriented mindset is to surround yourself with the right people. You see, the people you spend your time with play a huge role in shaping the direction of your life. The environment you place yourself in, the people you allow to influence your thinking, and the conversations you engage in will all impact your mindset, your behaviors, and ultimately. It's often said that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's a lot of truth in that. Think about the people in your life, your friends, your colleagues, your mentors, your family. What kind of mindset do they have? What kind of energy do they bring into your life? Are they lifting you up, challenging you, and pushing you to be better? Or are they holding you back, reinforcing doubt, or keeping you stuck in your comfort zone? If you want to be successful, you've got to carefully choose the people you surround yourself with. Success is not achieved in isolation. It's achieved in communities. It's achieved through the connections you make and the relationships you build. The people you associate with can either inspire you to take action or keep you from ever taking that first step. They can either encourage you to aim higher or make you settle for less. And trust me, when you're surrounded by people who think small, you will think small. But when you surround yourself with people who think big, who are passionate, who are driven, your mindset will shift to match theirs. You need to seek out people who have already achieved the things you want to achieve. Find mentors, role models, or people who are a few steps ahead of you. Their wisdom, their experiences, and their successes will inspire you and guide you on your journey. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are people who have already walked the path you're on, and their lessons can save you time, frustration, and effort. But more importantly, their belief in you can help you believe in yourself. And let me tell you, the right people will push you beyond your limits. They'll challenge your assumptions, question your excuses, and demand more from you. This might not always be comfortable, but it's necessary. If you're constantly surrounded by people who agree with everything you do, who never question your thinking, who let you off the hook every time you slack off, you're not growing. Growth happens when you're held accountable. When you're surrounded by people who expect the best from you and who don't let you settle for mediocrity. But it's not just about being around successful people. It's also about the energy they bring into your life. The right people will have a positive, constructive energy that will rub off on you. They'll inspire you to take action, encourage you when you're feeling discouraged, and remind you of your own potential when you start doubting yourself. You want people around you who will build you up, not tear you down. People who believe in possibility, who see opportunity, who look for solutions, and who refuse to accept failure as an option. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with negativity, with people who complain about life and who are content to let time slip away, that mindset will infect you. The truth is, negativity is contagious. It's easy to get pulled into a cycle of complaining, blaming, and making excuses when that's all the people around you are doing. And if you're constantly surrounded by that kind of thinking, it's hard to see a way forward. But the moment you step away from that environment and into a circle of people who are focused, who are driven, who are aiming higher, your mindset begins to shift. You start to think differently. You start to see new possibilities. You start to believe that success is not just a dream, but something you can actually achieve. Now, this doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who doesn't fit the mold of your ideal circle, but it does mean you have to be intentional about who you spend your most valuable time with. Be selective. Be discerning. Choose relationships that are mutually supportive, that inspire growth, and that push you toward your best self. And don't be afraid to let go of the relationships that drain your energy, that bring you down, or that prevent you from becoming the person you need to be. The right people won't just support you, they'll also challenge you. They'll question you, encourage you to stretch your limits, and help you realize that you're capable of so much more than you thought. You'll find yourself setting bigger goals, taking bolder actions, and dreaming bigger, simply because of the influence they have on your thinking. And don't forget, as you grow, you'll also become that positive influence for others. When you commit to surrounding yourself with the right people, you also position yourself to be that person for someone else. You'll be the one lifting others up, challenging them, and pushing them to think bigger and act bolder. The power of a supportive, like-minded community is immeasurable. It amplifies the impact of each individual, and together, you'll achieve things that would be impossible alone. So, take a hard look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. Are they supporting your goals? Are they pushing you to be better? Are they helping you become the best version of yourself? If not, it's time to make some changes. Seek out the people who will inspire you, encourage you, and challenge you to grow. They'll be your greatest asset on your journey to success. And when you choose to surround yourself with the right people, you will begin to see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. Now let's talk about the next essential step in creating a success-oriented mindset: taking consistent action. You can have all the plans, the strategies, and the dreams in the world, but without action, they mean nothing. Nothing happens in life until you take that first step. And more importantly, it's not about one grand leap. It's about the small, consistent actions you take each day that lead you to your ultimate success. Too many people spend their time planning, thinking, or waiting for the perfect moment to act. They tell themselves, "I'll start when I have everything in place," or "I'll wait until I have more experience or knowledge." But here's the truth: there's never a perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. You have to take action with what you have, where you are, and trust that you'll learn and adjust along the way. You see, success doesn't wait for you to be ready. It doesn't wait for you to feel inspired or motivated. It doesn't care if you're having a good day or a bad day. Success is the result of doing the work consistently, even when you don't feel like it, even when things aren't perfect, even when the road gets tough. It's the little actions you take today that set the stage for what happens tomorrow, next month, and next year. Protest. Let me tell you something that's key to understand. Action is what transforms potential into results. It's what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. You can have all the knowledge, all the tools, and all the ideas, but unless you actually put them into action, they don't do you any good. You can read all the books in the world, attend all the seminars, and listen to all the podcasts, but if you're not acting on what you learn, you're not going anywhere. Knowledge is only potential power until you put it into action. Taking consistent action also builds momentum. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small and insignificant, but the more it rolls, the bigger it gets and the faster it moves. That's what happens when you take consistent action. The more you do, the more momentum you build. Every small task completed, every effort made compounds over time. What seemed impossible at first becomes inevitable as you keep showing up day after day. And here's another important truth. Action helps you learn and grow. When you take action, you get feedback. Sometimes that feedback will be positive, and sometimes it will be a lesson in what doesn't work. But either way, it's valuable. It's through action that you discover your strengths and weaknesses, that you adjust your course, and that you fine-tune your approach. Waiting for everything to be perfect or for the right time to come is nothing more than procrastination disguised as preparation. The only way to really learn is by doing. Another thing I want to emphasize is that action doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, perfection is often the enemy of progress. If you wait until everything is perfect, you'll be waiting forever. The key is to take action, make mistakes, and learn from them. Don't worry about getting everything exactly right. Worry about doing something, anything. Keep moving. You don't have to have all the answers. The act of moving forward, making mistakes, and adjusting your path is far more valuable than sitting still, waiting for the perfect moment. And here's the real magic of consistent action. It builds discipline. Discipline isn't about willpower or motivation. It's about showing up when you said you would. It's about creating habits that align with your goals, even when you don't feel like it. And over time, that discipline becomes second nature. It's no longer something you have to force. It becomes a part of who you are. Think about successful people. What sets them apart is not just their talent or their ideas. It's their willingness to take action, even when it's difficult, even when they don't feel like it, even when others aren't supporting them. They just keep going. They keep doing the work no matter what. And as they continue to show up, their results start to speak for themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. Taking consistent action is not always easy. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, but that's where persistence comes in. You have to keep going, even when you're facing challenges. It's easy to start strong, but the true test is how you respond when things get tough. When you keep pushing forward, even when the results aren't immediate, that's when success begins to unfold. In the end, it's the people who take action that win. You have to take the first step, the second step, and the 1,000th step. You have to show up every day, do the work, and trust that the results will come. Success is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of doing the right things consistently So don't wait for motivation to strike. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start now. Take that first step, no matter how small. Keep going, keep doing, and before long, you'll look back and realize that your consistent action has brought you further than you ever imagined. The next key to developing a success-oriented mindset is the ability to stay persistent and resilient. You see, no matter how grand your vision, no matter how great your plan, challenges will arise. There will be days when things don't go according to plan, when your progress feels slower than you'd like, or when the road ahead seems insurmountable. This is where most people falter. It's easy to be excited and motivated when everything is going well, but real success is built in the moments when things are tough, when you're tested, when you feel like giving up. This is why persistence and resilience are non-negotiable. Success is not a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, obstacles, and setbacks. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to push through when the going gets tough. Success is about having the courage and the determination to keep going even when things seem uncertain. It's about continuing to show up day after day, no matter how hard it gets. Persistence is the ability to keep moving forward when you don't see immediate results. It's about sticking with your plan and your goals even when things aren't happening as fast as you'd like. When you're persistent, you don't let setbacks derail you. You don't let one bad day, one failure, or one piece of criticism stop you from continuing to move toward your destination. You simply get back up, adjust if needed, and keep pushing forward. You've got to understand this. The difference between failure and success is often just a matter of one more try. The most successful people in the world have faced rejection. They've dealt with setbacks and they've experienced failure just like anyone else. But what sets them apart is that they didn't let those things define them. They didn't quit. They didn't let temporary circumstances dictate their future. They understood that failure is not the end, it's just a part of the process. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow, and the key is to keep moving forward. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the mental and emotional strength to recover when life knocks you down. Because life will knock you down, that's a guarantee. But how quickly you rise up, how you respond to adversity, will determine your level of success. Resilience is about keeping your mind strong and your focus sharp in the face of challenges. It's about refusing to be a victim of circumstances and instead choosing to take control of your response to what happens. There will be days when you're tired, when you're discouraged, and when you feel like throwing in the towel. And those are the days that matter most. Those are the moments when your resilience is tested. Anyone can stay motivated when everything is going smoothly, but it's when life throws you a curveball that your persistence and resilience truly shine. It's easy to be passionate when the path is clear, but the true measure of success is how you handle obstacles. Let me tell you this, resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about how you handle them. It's about seeing failure not as a permanent condition, but as a stepping stone. It's about shifting your mindset to one of growth and learning. When you can look at a challenge or a setback and say, what can I learn from this? Or what's the next step? Instead of giving up, you'll find yourself growing stronger with every obstacle you face. But it's not just about bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward. It's about taking each lesson learned from failure and applying it to your future efforts. It's about using your experiences to become wiser, more strategic, and more determined to keep moving toward your goals. Resilience is what allows you to turn adversity into an asset. It turns difficulties into opportunities for growth and improvement. And understand this, persistence and resilience aren't just important for your external goals. They're essential for building mental toughness. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you get stronger. Your confidence grows. Your self-belief strengthens. You begin to realize that you are capable of handling more than you ever thought possible. And when you realize that, there's nothing that can stop you. When you have persistence and resilience, you develop an inner power that no external circumstance can diminish. Remember, success isn't about being perfect. It's not about avoiding mistakes or never facing challenges. It's about showing up no matter what and refusing to give up. It's about keeping your eye on the prize even when the road is rough. Success isn't about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. It's about getting back on your feet, dusting yourself off, and continuing the journey. The successful person revives and resumes because. Every time you rise after a fall, you build your resilience. Every time you push through a difficulty, you build your persistence. So, the next time life throws you a challenge, remember, It's not the challenge that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Stay persistent, stay resilient, keep pushing forward even when the going gets tough. Because in the end, it's the people who never give up, who never stop learning, and who never stop growing that find success. And that success doesn't just come in the form of achieving your goals, it comes in the form of who you become along the way